Hi, before I begin this video, I need to state that being a millennial myself, I am in no way criticising Generation Zers for their taste in their generation's music. Whenever fellow millennials slag off current pop, I always reply that it's for today's teens and students. It's not meant for us. This does not mean, however, that I can't raise what is in fact a very important issue, more now than ever, which is the increasing gentrification of popular music. Now, for those who do not understand what that means, it's when genres of music belonging to people from poor off and working class backgrounds get co-opted and taken over by the richer, affluent class musicians. Go back to the 70s and 80s, and the two genres that truly belonged to working class musicians were predominantly mod rock and punk. Both merged into hardcore before being taken up by middle class bands. This left indie or independent music, essentially, any grassroots acts signed to independent labels. Unfortunately, publications like The Enemy came to genreify indie so that this too got gentrified, starving working class musicians of their last pop cash cow. Now, you just constantly hear endless hits from the likes of Olivia Rodriguez, Justin Bieber, Bieber, Ed Sheeran, Tate McRae, Billie Eilish, Glass Animals, Harry Styles, etc. At least one of whom was born into the Hollywood industry, no less. Thankfully, there are signs of a class void being filled. Lately, I've been listening to Sam Fender's second album, 17 Going Under, and I love it absolutely. Now, I know what you may be thinking, but really, despite being in his mid-20s, you get a sense that this is really an album for everyone of any age, because it speaks across timeless boundaries and eras to those who feel stuck in a rotten life with nothing. Essentially, a UK indie album in the truest original sense of the word, like the ones from the 80s. Very much the golden age of indie music. It is the heartfelt, honest portrait of growing up a male youth in the rundown environs of North Shields, suffering violence and poverty at every turn with no future in sight. Growing up in the West Country during the Blair era, where there was no hope of decent employment, it's a work that really resonates with me in many ways. This isn't to say people should not listen to the rich kid singers, but we do need to speak up about the disparity between those with access to both the technology as well as family contacts, who can effectively get an album recorded, promoted, and have enough corporate funding to get it all on the road, and those who haven't a chance of attaining any of those things without a label. We need more opportunities for the rest of those Sam Fenders out there, and hopefully now he is really making an international name for himself, having bagged himself a cameo in an Ariana Grande video, no less. I am hopeful this can now be made more possible. Share, like and subscribe if you